Are you confused about the process of applying synthetic division and actually completing a problem using it? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you an example of how to apply synthetic division and show you exactly step by step how you can go from being confused about these problems to super confident in how to solve them, which I'm sure you'll really appreciate come test time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the problem and I'll show you exactly how you can get through a synthetic division problem with the correct answer. Use synthetic division to divide. This time we have 9x cubed minus 16x minus 18x squared plus 32 all over x minus 2. Now, just kind of talking about the form this is written in, this is the same as saying basically 9x cubed minus 16x minus 18x squared plus 32 divided by x minus 2 in parentheses. Like writing it this way versus writing it in a fraction, it's saying the exact same thing. We're basically just going to go through the same synthetic division process. So, like I pointed out though, you do want to be very careful. We need these terms to be written in descending power of x order. They currently are not. Notice we go from an x cubed term to an x term and then back to x squared. So they do need to be in the right order. So what we want to do is think about this instead of negative 16x minus 18x squared, think of it as negative 18x squared minus 16x. So if it helps you to actually make that change and rewrite it, definitely I would say go ahead and do that. But just something to kind of be careful of. So we'll change this to negative 18x squared minus 16x. Okay, so now we've rewritten our polynomial in the correct order that we need the terms to be in order to super easily apply this synthetic division concept. So just like we did previously, we want to first think about what our k is. Now, remember, the thing we're dividing by, you should always think of as x minus k. So if this is a negative here, your k is going to be positive. If this is x plus some number, your k is going to be negative. So since we have x minus 2, that tells us k is actually positive 2, not negative 2. So just be careful of that distinction there. Once you've done that, we can actually start by writing our kind of bracket down here. And then since we already got our x terms in the right order, we can just write their coefficients. So 9, negative 18x squared, negative 16x plus, don't need to write the plus, sorry, plus 32. And then again, we'll start by writing our k over here. So our k is 2. So again, we always start by just dragging this first number down to the bottom here. That's going to kind of carry through into our polynomial that we get as a solution. Then you're going to go diagonal. So now we need to write a number here. That's just going to be the product of these two numbers multiplied by each other. So 2 times 9 gives us positive 18. So then negative 18 plus 18 gives us 0. Okay. Then diagonal, we're going to take the product of this number here, 0 times positive 2 gives us 0. Then we're going to add these two numbers in this column here. So negative 16 plus 0 gives us negative 16. And then we're going to move diagonal and do a product. So negative 16 times positive 2 gives us negative 32. And then we're going to move down and write a sum. So whenever you move down, you're writing a sum of the numbers above it. Whenever you move diagonal, you're writing a product based on the number that you have down below and over here to the left. So 32 minus 32 is 0. So once we've written these four terms here, now we can actually figure out how this translates to a polynomial. Again, you're always going to start, you can start left to right by starting at whatever your highest power x term was that you had in your numerator of your fraction. You'll take one less than that. So we're going to start with an x squared term in our solution because we started with an x cubed term in the beginning of our problem. So we have this coefficient, 9, and then x squared, 0x, because we're just going to lower our power by 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. X to the 1 is just x. Then after a straight up x term, we're just going to have a coefficient, or not a coefficient, I'm sorry, just a constant number being added or subtracted. So minus 16. And then this last number here is our remainder. Remainder of 0 doesn't really mean anything. So just having this polynomial here is our solution to this fraction. However, we do want to be careful because whenever you have a 0, like 0x, go ahead and simplify that out. 9x squared plus 0x is just plus 0, which doesn't do anything, and then minus 16. So now this is the polynomial that we get by using synthetic division to divide this polynomial and this linear term that we started with. Well, I hope you found that video helpful, but even if you did, you definitely want to keep it rolling with some more examples of synthetic division. The best way to master a topic is to practice it multiple times, not just watch one video and be done. So go check out that video right there. We'll go through another practice problem. Maybe try doing that one a little bit more independently and see if you get the correct answer in the end. So you can really nail down synthetic division and ace it on the test.